Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Hello, and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Kramer. So this evening, we have a special guest, Josiah. He has been an Olympic gold medalist, and I cannot wait to speak with him about this. So without further ado, let's see what Josiah.
After striking Paralympic gold in 2008, Josiah Jamison knows he's a target, and he's ready for anything. Welcome to the Road to London, presented by Hilton Honors. Hello, everyone. I'm Rossi Morielli. Paralympic sprinter Josiah Jamison shied away from athletics as a child. Growing up as one of 8 brothers, sports were a staple in the Jamison household. The boys excelled in football, baseball, and basketball, with one even making it to the NBA. Following in the footsteps of his brothers wasn't a likely option because Josiah suffered from retinitis pigmentosa, an eye disease that affects the retina, causing dark spots and a loss of peripheral vision. But then in 2003, Josiah found track, the sport that would forever change his life.
What I feel like when I run is that it gives me a sense of peace. You know, I can escape the world for a little bit and just be myself. And I ain't got to worry about nothing, just go out and have fun, run, don't think about nothing. That's all. It gives us like a sense of, it's like a getaway.
As a toddler, Josiah was determined to keep up with his brothers. But after unexplainable falling and repeated miscalculations, his vision became a topic of family concern.
My mom, she said I used to walk around the house trying to walk around and find things, but I always used to bump into stuff. So she knew then that I had a problem with my vision. And when I went to the doctor, he said, yeah, I had this condition called RP, which is retinitis pigmentosa. What I see when I run is basically shadows. It's just like little dark spots sometimes. It's kind of hard to make it out. Sometimes I have to stop to make sure that it is what it is. But most of the time it's just shadows.
Although Josiah's eyes have often caused him anguish, it was strained vision that helped to establish a lifelong friendship.
I met Jerome in 2005, actually. My first Paralympic race was actually with Jerome in 2005.
This guy's tall. I mean, he's like 6'5". I'm like, okay, you know, it's gonna be tough. I mean, he's bigger than me. He's gonna be pushing me all around the track.
When I'm running with my guide, it's a lot easier. I'm a little more relaxed because I know he has full eyesight, so he's not gonna let me run into nothing or nothing happen to me.
Straight out the blocks. Let's drive. All right, stay up tall. 10 more meters. So we're doing the whole time, I'm talking to him, letting him know where you're at. Okay, you're comfortable, stay relaxed, you're comfortable. During that whole time, other athletes hear me talking. And if you're in front of Josiah, you're gonna hear me, here we come, we're coming.
I don't worry about what I'm seeing, I just listen to him, that's it. He was there at the beginning, and I guess he's gonna be there at the end.
Josiah has learned to trust his guide, his body, his instincts, and hopes that his trust will mirror or better his 2008 Paralympic performance.
I'm gonna win. I'm going to win. Anything else doesn't matter. I just want to win. If they beat me, then they're gonna have a fight on their hands. But my main goal is to win.
Thanks for joining us. Check back tomorrow to see how American athletes are doing as they prepare for the Olympic and Paralympic Games of 2012. Don't forget to visit us on teamusa.org for all your latest news and updates. I'm Rossi Morielli. We'll see you soon.
No, not the music. Gotta be quiet.
Hi, Josiah. That was very inspirational. I just wanted to start by saying that And I want to dive right in, to be honest with you. Like, what gave you the courage to? I'm sorry, but I have to. Like, what gave you the courage to like even just to even do what you're doing? I had to start with that question.
Well, growing up in a household full of athletes, it's kind of like I really had no choice, to be honest. Um, they gave me the courage, like my brothers, my mom. Um, so I had to stop being
So it's kind of like you had to do it.
yes, ma'am. I had no choice. It's athletes in the house, so they're not gonna let me just sit around.
Well, that's true. And just for the viewers that's watching, Josiah is actually, I don't know if you guys remember Harold Jamison. That's his brother. Josiah is Harold's brother. So, like he said, a house full of athletes. So when did you know that you were so fast? Because watching this clip of you, I was like, wow, he's really fast.
To be honest, with you, I didn't even know.
Wow.
I,
So when did you discover that? Like, were you in high school or were you like in the neighborhood competing against children running?
actually, I was in college, just going to school, and I was just working out on the track. And a coach find me out on the track and tell me I should do track and field.
Oh, wow.
So
So it was
I
in
already had given
college.
up on sports. Yeah, I already had given up on sports.
And you giving up because of, and I know I'm going to mess this up, retina or what was it called?
Well, it's short for RP, but it's called retinitis
RP.
pigmentosa.
Okay. And when did that occur, Josiah, if you don't mind me asking?
I was born with it, so I was
Oh,
born
so
with
it
it at
is
birth.
something you're born with.
Yeah.
And I know you said that you would notice like you would be looking for stuff but bumping into things. When did y'all actually notice that something, just wasn't quite right?
Well, my mom know ever since I was like maybe turning a year old when I start to crawl and walk and stuff.
Mhm.
That she would throw things for me to play with, like my toys and stuff, or trying to tell me where my toys are, and I would bump into stuff and never could find it.
Okay, so yeah. So if you don't, and again, anything I ask, because I do ask a lot of questions, anything I ask that you're not comfortable with, you do not have to respond. But how did that make you feel growing up? Like it's in one eye, correct?
Well, it's in both eyes. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it's hereditary. So I have the genetic trait from my mom, but growing up with it, it was a challenge because I was like the only person in the family like with a physical disability.
okay.
Um, when you're young, kids gonna say things and do things because we're kids.
Right,
So
right.
like calling me names and stuff. I think that was like the biggest thing, the biggest issue is like going to school and knowing that I would have to have like be different from everybody else.
Right. As far as classroom settings and things of that sort.
I was always in a normal setting. My
Okay.
mom, my parents never wanted me to like go to a different school or a special school because it's like if you're gonna make it in this world, you got to be normal and know how to be around everybody else who's normal.
That's true. That's true. So let's push it forward a little bit. You go through school, you're on the field, just kind of working out. They approach you about track. So did you feel like, how am I going to do this with my disability? Or you were like, let's go for it?
At that point, I already had the confidence in myself. I was in college, doing good, studying IT. When the
Okay.
coach approached me, what I'm saying, like I'm always fearless because there's nothing I won't try. You can ask my
Well,
brothers
that's
this,
awesome.
you know. So I was ready. I was ready to get into it.
Okay. So how did you go about it? Like, I guess because I'm oblivious to how all this works. So, did you have someone guiding you? I know they mentioned Jerome. Like, how did that all play a part? How did that happen?
Um, well, I moved out here in Chula Vista, which is San Diego, California.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Me and Jerome got together out here. Once I started training at the Olympic Training Center out here. So every day, like we used to get up in the morning, eat breakfast. It's like a routine. Like we go to practice, running around the track together, telling me different cadences of when to like pick up my speed. Like,
Okay.
it's a long day, and it's
So it's like you have
pretty
a
hard.
shadow with you all day, like you had someone that was with you all day, so y'all can kind of, is that bonding, so when you're on that track, he'll be able to guide you and help you out.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
how was that? How was that to have somebody with? Is Jerome? And I'm sorry if you did mention this and I missed it. Is Jerome someone you just met through all of this, or you knew Jerome, or only when you moved
Oh,
to San
I
Diego?
met him. I met him through all this. I have several guide runners that I've
Okay.
had. Jerome was my first one when I started running track.
And for the ones that don't know, exactly what is a guide runner? Like, are they in your ear when you're running, or they're running with you?
So they're running with me side by side. So what it
Oh,
is, yeah. So what it is, we use this tether that connects us like through our hands or our wrist. So as
okay.
I'm running, he has to run right along with me. He has to be just as fast as me.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you, because now you're putting your fate in someone else's hands.
Yeah, basically.
Wow, I'm speechless, to be honest with you. So he actually run like every competition you're in, he's in.
Yeah,
Y'all winning this thing together.
yeah.
Oh wow. Do you have to like have a, okay, I know this is a crazy question, like a liking to the person? Like y'all have to have some type of connection to be able to succeed together, right? Or it's just basically business?
It's a little bit of both. I think as a guide runner, you have to be able to be a friend and a guide, because we putting all our trust in you. So
Right.
it definitely helps to have a relationship outside of track and about business. Because like Jerome is my daughter's godfather. So
Oh, okay. So that's awesome to know, and that's awesome that you met someone that you can actually trust. So you compare to a lot of other people, a lot of people aren't very trusting, to be honest with you. So you learn to trust people in this aspect. That's a gift, because you have to trust your guide runner.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's pretty interesting though.
Boom. The co-host had a good question. Have you ever had a guide runner, or ever thought like, okay, my guide runner run as fast as me? How do I know he don't want to get out there himself, and compete against me if possible, or anything like that?
Oh, we do that all the time. My guy runner Jerome actually was competing to make the regular Olympic team as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting to know.
Yeah,
Wow.
some athletes, some of the guys do want to compete on their own, which they do.
Hmm.
Um, but usually most guy runners are just here to help us and guide us on the track.
Well, that's nice. So, Jerome, when you win those competitions, when you win that track race, does Jerome go up there with you, or is just you on that stand?
Nah, it's me and him. Whoever my guy
Oh,
runner is, we both are out there. Like we put in the work together, so we're gonna accept
oh,
this
that's
award together.
so. When you mentioned about the wrist thing, what does that entail? Like, is this saying like, okay, like slow down? I need to slow down, speed up. Like, what is the touch entails when you're running?
Um, so we have cues. So like if I'm in the blocks, and I'm getting ready to drive out, as soon as I hear that gun,
Hmm.
my guy running would be like drive, drive, drive. That lets me know I'm still in my drive phase. And then
Okay.
after my drive phase, he was like ease up, ease up. So that means like I'm coming out of my drive phase.
Hmm.
And then he go after I'm out my drive phase and upright running, he was like, let's go, let's go. So that lets
So
me
that
know
means
it's
take it
time to
out
get,
there.
yeah,
Time to
it's
win.
time to, yeah.
What do you run, Josiah? Like, are you like a 200 or 100? What do you?
I do the 100,
Okay.
200, and 400.
Oh, the 400.
Yeah.
I did that one year and I like to pass out.
I know.
Not on the 400. That was on the 200. I passed out one year on the 200, Jerome. But I was in first place. I think I gave it my all, and I did too much.
Slid across the line.
You never fell out running, did you?
Nah. Well, I had one incident in 2011 when I was like a little bit under the weather, a little bit dehydrated, and I passed out in the 400 race at World Championships. That's about it.
Yeah, I was out there. I was going. Yeah, Mama Herfin brought me my asthma phone. But yeah, track to me, I love it. But you know, it can haunt you. You know, to lose, and I guess that's with any sport. To lose or something like that. We were doing the I believe it's called the 400-yard dash when you pass the one, and we messed it up. And still to this day, 25 years later, it haunts me that we messed up on that pass. So it could definitely haunt you. So how did you know? Did you know you were going to make it to the Olympics? Like, is that something you try out for?
Yeah. You know, we have the Olympic trials, and you know, it's other athletes that are competing as well, trying to make the team. So it's basically like a big competition once every 4 years. Everybody gets together to try to compete to make the team to go to the games.
To the games. Oh, wow. So you had the pleasure of actually competing against people all over to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
It feels great. You know, it's a sense of accomplishment, knowing that I'm the best in my field. So
a lot of people can't say that I'm the best in my field, best in my area, the best at what I do. So that's amazing. Like it gives me chills to have the opportunity to even sit down and have a conversation with you. You know, you actually made it through. How many people would you say you actually compete with to go to the Olympics? Hey, little man.
Say that again.
How many people would you say you actually compete against to actually make it to the Olympics? Like, how many trials you have to go through? What do you have to go through to get there?
So we have different rounds. In each round, I probably ran against maybe 25, 30 people throughout the whole ordeal in one race.
I'm sorry, I missed it. I do apologize. I kind of froze a little bit. You said you have about 5, you said? I'm sorry.
No, so it's just me and like 8 other people on the track.
Froze.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. I'm sorry. Couldn't hear you before.
Gotcha. So
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh, I think we froze again.
Go ahead now. You good? You good? Somebody don't want that.
We're having just a little technical difficulties. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I do apologize about this.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's me. It's my hand. Oh, let me see if I cut my arm off. I did. Yeah.
See it again.
Okay. Are we good now?
I think we are.
Okay.
Can you hear?
Okay, I do apologize about that. I don't know what happened. What's that mean?
That's my email. Okay. Talk now.
Okay, can you hear me now, Josiah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I do apologize about that. I really do. I was asking, like, exactly what is it you have to go through to compete to become an Olympic gold medalist, or to go into the Olympics. I'll put it that way.
basically we go through rounds. So you have quarterfinals, semifinals, prelims. So it's like 4 different rounds that we go through um to make it to the final round. And then the final round is usually like 8 people in a race or 9.
So during those, when you're working it up to the 4 or 5 rounds, how many people are in each round?
So each round, I would say at least maybe 30 to 40 people per round. Depends on how many people enter into the event.
So let me ask you. So it's 30 people, give or take. Is it like I go against you, then you won, you go against the next person, or no? It's like a full-on track competition, like 5 or 6 runners at a time, and may the best man win.
It's like a track competition.
Okay. That
So
makes
like
sense.
each round has this different criteria. Like the first round, like say if we have 5 heats in one round, so it'll be like the top 3 in each heat advance to the next round or something like that.
Got you. So let me ask you, you're doing these competitions, you're trying out for the Olympics. What feeling did you get when they said your name, like you're going, or how did that work? Do they announce you and say, Josiah, you're going to the Olympics? Like, or do you get a call on the phone?
No. Usually after we have our trials, so we had this little banquet, and they would name the team afterwards.
Okay. For the
So,
U.S. I think that's what it is, right? For the U.S., we have
yeah.
Josiah. Woo! Did you cry?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
That was a big accomplishment.
He know them eyeballs had sweat.
Oh God, like that would have been huge. I think I would have shed a tear or two or something. That's
Yeah.
amazing though. So what year was this? What year did you make it to the Olympics?
2008. Well, it's actually not the Olympics, the Paralympics.
The Paralympics.
Yeah.
Still just as good. Still, to me, it is. Still the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
thing. Okay, the Paralympics. So 2008. That's amazing. So what are you doing now, Josiah? Like, are you helping others? Are you inspiring others, to do the same? What are you doing now?
Well, I'm doing a lot. I'm obviously still trying to compete for one more year because I really wanted to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
But with the whole COVID thing, it kind of like put it on hold. So I don't know what the future holds for that. Since I'm at
Right.
a lighter part of my career, I'm getting a little older now.
So when
So
you say Tokyo, was the Olympics going to be held in Tokyo this year?
yeah. It
So
was
you
supposed to
made
be.
it. You were going to the Olympics again this year.
Well, I was on track to make the team to go to Tokyo.
Oh, and then the whole COVID so we don't know what's going to. Ooh. So when they do start this back up, I plan to travel there to see. I plan to be there with my camera.
Okay.
When you come off the field, I need an interview. Okay. We have a question.
Mind me asking, how old is he?
Co-host April said, if you don't mind her asking, and you don't have to answer, how old are you?
38.
I'm 38
Okay.
too.
Now, what is the cutoff?
What's the
age
cutoff age?
for
Olympics? Usually for sprinters, it all depends on your physical well-being, your shape. Yeah. For me, since I started the track and field a little bit late, so I'm able to last a little bit longer.
Okay. So
You know,
for people, like you said, sprinters and stuff, they normally start out kind of young, huh? And you started in college.
Yeah.
So he's trying to break records all the way around.
He's breaking records all the way around. Wow.
Trying to.
Do you think I see a little man coming on? Do you think he's going to be a runner or anything in the athletic field?
Say it again.
I said, do you think your little man's going to be into athletics?
No, my daughter, yeah.
Oh, your daughter, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you think she's going to be into track or basketball or anything?
Yes, ma'am. She goes to practice with me every day.
Oh, wow. How old is she?
4.
4, and she's practicing already.
She got
Definitely gonna be in the Olympics.
it. She got it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, hey, hon.
Hey.
That's amazing. What do you do to keep in shape, Josiah? Like, do you work out every day? Do you run every day?
Yeah. I do. I run every day. Plyometrics. Try to eat right. I also lift weights 3 times a week. You know. We have a how you say a long day of training. That's the only way I can put it.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow. It takes a special person to be so dedicated, because I'm not her.
Yeah.
Wow.
He has a different drive.
Yeah, he definitely has
to
a
do all
drive
of
to
that,
do
the
all of
age
this.
and everything.
You're 38. Your bone's supposed to be hurting.
Not yet. Not yet. Maybe once I stop being so active in the sport.
Active. And
You know.
we should work out all the time,
So
regardless
we
of our age. So that's amazing. Keep up the great work. It is something else I wanted to ask you, and it slipped my mind. It's going to come back. I know it is. It was a good question too.
He's giving me hope for as old as I am.
Well, he's been working out though.
So what you saying? It's too late.
That's something you would have to keep doing, right? You had to. Oh, I know what it was. I knew it would come back. What is your time for the 100-yard dash? Is it less than 11?
Oh yeah.
Yes. My fastest time that I ever ran was like 10:78. And that's pretty fast, like for most blind individuals.
Ain't pretty fast.
That's fast.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I could get a 12. 12, 13.
Definitely not now. I can beat you.
Oh no, I can't do it now. I feel like my whole inside's falling out. Wow, that's fast. That's real fast. And I hate to go back when we already talked about this, but with Jerome, is that something he had to run so y'all can match times, right? To make sure y'all were good for each other?
Yeah. He has to run like I think when I was running with Jerome was running like 10 flat.
That's fast. 10 seconds.
How old is Jerome?
How old is Jerome?
Now Jerome is like maybe in the I don't want to say his age,
He
but he's
older
up
than
there.
you?
Yeah.
He's up. Yeah, he's
Oh no, I gotta start going to the gym. I gotta do better.
I feel bad.
Wow. Meaning to say, if I would have kept this up since 7th grade, I would have been in good shape right now.
Well, your mama made Junior Olympics.
Wow.
Mama was with Jesse Owens.
I didn't know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Josiah, I don't want to hold you too long, tonight or whatever, but I did, I appreciate the honor of even talking to you, you sharing your journey with us. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us, with the viewers that's going to watch later? Because a lot of they come back and watch. So is there anything you would want to share?
Yeah, so during this whole COVID time, I had a chance to like sit down and rethink what's my next step at the track and field. So I've been working on a book. So I might be coming out with a book next year that's called Vision of a Man.
Oh wow. Okay. And without telling the whole gist of it, can you give us just a little bit of what it's about?
Basically, it's just about how society see what a man is, or what they think a man should be. But I'm gonna put a little twist to it, to how a man is supposed to be through my vision, like through my eyesight. So it's gonna be like unique.
I love it. Okay. Well, make sure as soon as that book hit, I know it's going to be successful. We definitely got to have you back on to discuss it and all that good stuff. And what I want to do once it drops, once it launches, I want to get it. I want to read it so we can discuss it together.
Okay.
Yeah. So just let me know when that's ready to be bought so I can get one so we can, I can read it and then we can discuss it on the next show.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Josiah. Again, I appreciate it. You guys that's listening, make sure you guys share this video. It's very inspirational. It lets you know that you can do whatever you set your heart to do. Josiah, thank you so much. And as we always say on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, peace and love. Bye, cutie.
Thank you.
Yeah.